Hey everyone, it's Vicky and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do my recommendations for the Sephora sale, and I realize this is probably going up just a little late if you're a VIP Rouge, but you can still probably get in on the deals anyway when I try to upload this. Of course, if you're not Rouge, it'll be for VIB the next go around, and then it'll be for everybody, which I think is around the 2nd of May. I'm not sure. Anyway, I haven't got my card yet, so I can't tell you exactly, but I'll list it below when I upload. It'll be under the down bar, you know, where you put all the details. Sorry, I'm noticing my hair kind of weird. Anyway, so I'm just going to show you some products. I put some products out here that you can buy at Sephora that I use and would buy again. I don't know how much I'm buying, if anything. You know, I'm not getting 40 hours in right now a week, so if I don't work 40 hours, I don't get 40 hours pay. So my pay's running short, so I'm not sure that I'll be buying that much. But these are items that I have bought in the past and would not want to be without them. Now, some of these items you could pick up somewhere else during another sale. Sephora's sale usually is normally 2 times a year. They did have a third one last year. As to whether they had that this year, I don't know. I think that at one time this was a big deal, but now, since a lot of the department stores have sales and Ulta is carrying more brands, plus they're more likely to give you a 20% off more often, depending on your level that you are. And websites are doing more friends and family sales. That this sale is not all it's cracked up to be like it was at one time. Now, I'm not trying to be negative or nothing. I'm just being honest. I mean, I think that they should do the sale more often, and this is the way I feel. I think quarterly would be great. But anyway, let's get on with it. Okay, the first thing that I'm going to mention is this Kosas foundation. This is the oil tint foundation that I bought, and I would not want to be without it again. Like I say, I first gave it a bad review, but the more I got used to it, and the more I enjoyed mixing it with my sunscreens to take out that white cast, the more I loved it. So this is something I would not want to be without. I have 505 is what I have, or 5.0, whatever it is, which is probably the middle shade. I could probably go a tad darker, but I'll stick with this color. So that's what I would buy again. This, like I said, this is oil foundation. It does dry down though. Don't think that it's going to stay greasy. It don't, not at all. It doesn't dry down totally matte, but it does dry down to like a satin finish. But now this is, if you want it for coverage, this is not, you know, use this as a base like I do with your sunscreen, but then use your foundation on top of it. It works well for that. This works well as a primer if you don't want to use any other primer. I think it's $42. Anyway, like I say, this is something I would purchase again when I run out. Okay, another thing that is not that pricey. Well, that is pricey. Sorry. Another thing that's not as pricey is this ordinary AHA BHA peeling solution. This is an excellent peeling solution that's not too strong. Of course, that would depend, I guess, on what you can take, but this is 10 minutes, and for the price of it, I would buy it again. I think it works fairly well. Of course, there's other items from The Ordinary that I don't have here in front of me that I have used. The glycolic toner is one. Anything from The Ordinary, I would probably purchase again at some time or another if I wanted to, or if I was really on a really tight budget. I wouldn't hesitate to buy these products. Now, Sephora now has the Inky list, which is along the same lines as this. I have not used any of those products, but I will in the future most definitely try some of them. Now would be a good time to pick those up and try it out. I know they have an excellent cleanser, and I've heard nothing but praise from Gothamista, who is a skincare guru here on YouTube. Okay. Next thing, and I'm doing skincare, and then I'll do makeup. Okay. Anything Estee Lauder. skincare wise. We've got the Advanced Night Repair Serum that I've used for years. This is the newest eye gel serum. This is a little different texture from the original one, but it's still, I think it's still the same. I'm not sure what they did to it different, but I would buy it again. I've already got one bought. This is another eye product they've come out with. This is the Advanced Night Repair Eye Concentrate Matrix. This is beautiful. Now, I understand this is causing some people some milia, as it may be too much, but I don't use it every night. I use it like every third night. I use this one every night. You can also use this during the morning if you need something during the day. I try not to use no eye cream during the day, but this one you could use during the day under your makeup. But like I say, this one I don't use every day. I use it every second, third night. This is what I have been mentioning here lately that I don't like to be without. This is the Perfectionist CPR Wrinkle Lifting Firming Serum. I can definitely see a difference when I use this. It is not something that's going to change your face over time. This is strictly for what you're using right now. I mean, I'd say the lifting lasts a few hours. It makes your makeup last better, go on better. You know, I use it as a primer when I want to. I have it on today, and this has been around Estee Lauder for years, along with this. They've been around a long time, so I don't think it's ever, I mean, I'm not gonna say they won't ever discontinue it, but I know they discontinued that one serum I like so good, the illuminating one, and I kept thinking they were gonna bring something back, but they didn't. So anyway, I hope they never discontinue this, because this is one, I would almost buy this over this. Just my feelings. But this really works great under your makeup. Okay, this is a travel size. The Resilience Multi-Effect Face and Neck Cream. I just use it on my neck. It's pretty moisturizing. I would not use it on my face because I'm afraid it would give me milia or, you know, just be too heavy. But it's great for your neck. There is a night one too. This one's got SPF 15 in it though. Okay, is that all my Estee Lauder? Of course, there's the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation, which I have, which everybody knows what double wear is, so, but I'm trying to do skincare first. Okay, Sunday Riley. This is the Good Genes. I've been holding on to this one for a little while. I'm trying to use it up, but I would purchase it again. Of course, this is lactic acid. You know, some people don't like the smell. I kind of like the smell myself. It's that natural scent. Oh, having a rainstorm. And I like the smell myself. Now, I also like the Luna oil, which I have recently found a dupe for, but there is a kit where you get this in the Luna oil, and that's what I would recommend, is getting this and the Luna oil together and using them together. Now, you may not at first be able to use them together. You may have to work yourself up to it, but this is just great if you don't like Retin-A and you're looking for an alternative. That's at Sephora. And you can get Sunday Riley at other places too, but I'm just saying, if you're looking for an alternative for retinol, this and the linolene oil is a good, as far as I'm concerned, is one of the best out there that I've tried. Now, there's others out there I've not tried. I can't speak for them, but I never saw any other reason than to try Good Genes and Luna Night. I know there's some controversy about Sunday Riley, but I'm not getting into that. I don't think it's big enough to worry about, but anyway, I like the products. They work for me. I'd buy them again. Okay, this is the UFO, what does it say? Ultra Clarifying Face Oil. This is for people with oily skin. Now, I alternate this with the Luna oil because I do, you know, have my oily nose, and that's where I mostly aim it for, is nose and chin. And this really, I think it has salicylic acid in it, so it's good for pimples. But if you're familiar at all with the Clarins Lotus Oil, this is kind of similar to that, but not exactly. But it works along the same lines as that one. I switched to this one after I used the lotus oil for years, but then I switched to this one mainly because I could get this smaller size at a less expensive price. But I would buy this again. I'm looking for something to take its place, but I haven't found it yet. But this one I would definitely buy again. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, we'll go to Lancome. Okay, this is the Lancome Tonique du Jour. And you know, I'm just about out. I will repurchase eventually. I may do it during the sale. Of course, I might buy it from Belk if I've got a coupon from there. Because normally at Belk I can get coupons plus dollars. Belk dollars. So, this is a toner I've used for years. It's got rose water in it. I love it. This is the larger size. They also have a smaller size. But this has no alcohol. They use witch hazel, I think, in it. And rose water. But I like this toner and I would buy it again. Okay, then we've got my Visionaire. Like I say, I've used this off and on. This is in my rotation. Maybe twice a week I use it. This is the little travel size of the serum, which I use occasionally. I don't use it all the time. I would use it more if it wasn't so expensive, but you know, I have to watch myself here. But these two products work great together. They also have the Visionaire Eye, which is great, and the Visionaire Blur is excellent. Now, there was a dupe at the drugstore for the Visionaire Blur, but I think it's gone away. It was the 5-second blur from Garnier, but I don't think it's there anymore. I think they realized we're smarter than what they used to think we were, that we didn't realize that they were just repackaging products. But anyway, all of those are great items. This is another eye cream that is excellent, but it's very expensive. This is the Absolute Eye. I do use this off and on. I don't use it all the time. If I start feeling my eyes dry for some reason, you know, if I'm getting my retin-A or my retinol's too close, I take this out. I would never use it every day though, because like I say, it's too emollient. But it's an excellent eye cream, especially if you really have a lot of crow's feet. I think this would definitely help, but it's pricey. Glam Glow. This is the Glam Glow Thirsty Mud. This is a travel size. I love this mud, especially in the wintertime. It's for dry skin. It makes your face glow. It helps hold the moisture in. I usually leave it on about 20 minutes. This is a sleeping mask. It has two sides. Of course, one side I used up before the other, but you can still use that side. I mean, I don't know why that they have to do it that way. Why don't they just mix it together? But anyway, it's a nice mask. I don't know that I would ever repurchase it, but it's a good one to try if you're looking for a sleeping mask. It's called the Glam Glow Dream Duo. Okay, this is the Laneige Water Bank Moisture Cream. This is excellent Korean skincare. Laneige used to be at Target, but now it's at Sephora. They have a really nice lip mask that I would recommend too. They also have a sleeping mask that's very nice. It's got lavender in it, so if you're on the fence about lavender, then you probably don't want to mess with it. But it's a nice product for the money. It's not that expensive. It's a mid-range. Okay, this right here is the Origins Ginseng face mask. This is an excellent face mask. Anything in the Origins Ginseng line I would recommend. That's the only line I've used from Origins, but it's a line I would definitely buy again. They have a great eye cream, especially if you're younger than me and you're just wanting to start out with an eye cream. The Ginseng one is a good one to start with. And it also will help if you have darkness underneath your eyes. Okay, is that all my skincare? Of course, I don't have my Tatcha mask here in front of me. Of course, one of them is the Tatcha, I think it's Violet Sea mask. That or the serum I would definitely recommend. Of course, I've got the Tatcha primer. I didn't bring that out here too. The Silk Canvas primer. I would not buy the large one. I would buy the small one, the travel size one. It's $22. That one will last you a long time. I still don't think it's any better than the e.l.f. one, but if you just want to be bougie and buy Tatcha, it's a good one to buy. Okay, we'll get on to makeup. I don't have much makeup here because so much of what I buy makeup-wise is all over the board. I brought out my Charlotte Tilbury foundation. This one I would buy again. I have it in 8, which is a little dark. I wouldn't go any darker than this. I might go up to 7. There might be 7.5. I'm not sure. I'll probably go to 7 if I were purchasing again. I make it work fine. A good powder foundation I just bought a few weeks ago. I haven't mentioned it before, but it's the Estee Lauder Double Wear powder foundation. This one is 2C1, sorry, pure beige. I went a little lighter in it because I just wanted it to be closer to my, oh shoot, don't do that. I hit the thing, sorry. Anyway, this is a good powder foundation. I use powder foundations in the summer a lot, so this would be one good one to try out. It is matte. You could use it as a setting powder too if you just wanted to dust it on your T-zone. But I would recommend this one. Of course, my other one that I would recommend besides this one would be the Tint Adult, not Tint Adult, the Dual Finish from Lancome. Of course, Tint Adult foundation that I do have. I would recommend that if you have oily skin, but the Dual Finish powder is another powder foundation I would recommend in the summertime that Sephora has. There's also a Shiseido powder foundation, but I don't know if they carry it. I did not look it up, so I don't know. But I've used that one in the past and would buy it again. Okay, you saw the Kosas foundation. That was makeup. Okay, eyeshadow palettes. This Huda Beauty Mauve Obsessions. Of course, this is the smaller one. This has got, get you out of the light, it's got pinks and browns. This is a great everyday one. I would purchase this again if I hit pan. Hopefully she'll keep this around a long time. If you're, you know, this is probably the small one of the rose gold palette she has, the larger one. So this one is a good one to buy. This is a good way to try her eyeshadows to see if you like them. She's got several different colors of these in these little Obsessions palettes. So you don't have to buy the mauve one. You can buy the other ones. You just have to look and see what they got. These little Natasha Denona palettes are great. This one right here is the mini star one. This is what it looks like. I like this little palette. I used it a lot when I first got it. Of course, now I've kind of moved on, but there's another one of these I would really buy that I like better. But, well, I say I like better, but I've seen it since then, and I wished I would have got it. But anyway, these colors are fine. It's a natural eye look, and these go on like butter. I mean, if I had to say of the formulas I've used of eyeshadows, this would be my top one. I can't afford the big palettes, so that's why I get the little mini ones. Okay, of course, my #1 palette that I've had for years is Naked 3. You know, if you don't have Naked 3, then what are you waiting on? I know not everybody likes pinks, but this is cool pinks, I believe. And there's other colors in here that, you know, it's not really what I call pink. You know, it's got a little shift to it, but it's still got browns in it. I mean, to me, this one is just so much better than the others. I mean, the smoky palette I like. And I also like the cherry one. I didn't bring that one. I've got that one. But this one is the one I always go back to. I will repurchase it when this one, and it's getting close to where I need to, because I know they don't last like they once did. And I think that's what happens. I've mentioned this before, of what happens to shadows over time is the color payoff is not as good, and they don't last on your eyes as long as they get older. But maybe that's just my imagination. I don't know. Okay, lip product. This is the Buxom, and I've got it on now. This is the Buxom White Russian. This is always in my selection. Would always have it. If you've not tried it, you need to try it. Of course, I know some people don't like the Buxom lip creams because of the cooling sensation, but that's why I do like it. I like that cooling sensation. It makes me feel refreshed, and I don't know, I just like it. Concealers from Sephora, the Bare Minerals Bare Skin, it would be my choice. I have several others from there, but this is the one I've bought more than once. And actually, I have one of these in my desk at work. Now, I have another concealer that is beating this one to the T, but you can't buy it at Sephora. I know that most of you may know what it is. I'm not going to get into it right now, but anyway, if I'm buying one from Sephora, this is the one I want. This is, as far as I'm concerned, this is better than Shape Tape. This is better than Urban Decay's. The Milk one I've not tried. That's one that's on my radar that I may get a sample of sometime. And I'm going to kick that thing again, so I need to quit messing with my legs. But this one I like it because the creaminess. You do need to set this one. This one is not full coverage if you want full coverage. But this just gives your under eyes a nice glow and highlights them. And that's what I like about it. That's what I want to consider to do for me, as I want it to highlight my under eyes. Okay. Body products. Of course, we're going to show you the Brazilian Crust from Sol de Janeiro, and of course the Bum Bum Cream. Now's the time to get them. You very rarely find these on sale because not many people, well, there are a few other places carrying it, but they usually don't put it on sale much. So now would be the time to try it. Buy the travel size if you don't want to pay the full. Get the big one. I would get the big one of this though, just so you could make the body creams like I showed you to. You know, if you like the scent. Now, I know not everybody likes the scent. I just can't imagine not liking the scent. Okay, fragrance-wise, this is the one I keep always, Daisy Marc Jacobs. This is the original Daisy. I just like it. It's clean smelling to me. Makes me happy when I smell it. And this is just one I always have. There's another fragrance that's on my radar that I do have it from Scentbird, and I will buy full size, and I never would have dreamed I would have liked this fragrance. But evidently my scents are changing, but it's Prada Candy, and I will have a big bottle sometime soon. But as long as I got the Scentbird, I'll use it. But when I smell that now, I can feel really down and depressed, and I will smell that fragrance, and I'm just so happy. I mean, that's what I want fragrance to do for me, is I want it, when I smell it, I want it to make me happy. I want it to pick me up out of that deep, dark place that I may have been, and just make me feel like I'm at the ocean, or just in whatever happy place I'm in. And that's all I've got here. Well, no, I don't. I got one more thing. This is the Anastasia Brow Gel. This is in Blonde. I would buy this again. You know, it makes your brows, it sets them so they don't go wild. I like the Benefit one too, but I just like this one a little bit better. Of course, you can buy the clear one if you don't want color, and they have other colors too, but I would buy this again, and most likely will. I've got this Hourglass. This is the Luminous Light. This was in the middle of that. If you get the 3 one that's got the highlights in them, this would be the center. But I always liked it best. I hit pan on the center one before I did the others, so that's why I bought this one. It's just a great highlighter for people my age. It's not too much, but it just gives you a nice glow. You could also use this to set, I think, your concealer if you wanted to, but you'd have to be careful. Of course, Beauty Blender. I recommend a Beauty Blender. I use other sponges, of course, but if you've never tried a Beauty Blender, now's the time to try one. I think they did have a 420 one out that was green, but I think it's gone away. Let me think what else might be out there that I don't have mentioned. The Fenty bronzers, the new ones that are out. They're on my radar. Of course, I don't have one yet, but I have a feeling that they'll be in my future because I'm hearing so much good things about them. That's probably it. Oh, the Dr. Jart BB cream, the premium one. Yes, I would recommend that, but I know not everybody likes that one. So the one I would probably lean more to telling someone about would be the IT Cosmetics CC Matte, not the original, the newest one in the blue tube. Reason being that it's still glowy, but not as glowy. Plus, it doesn't have that awful snail secretion. Now, I know some people it don't bother them to use snail secretion, but I can't use it. It irritates my skin. Plus, I just don't like the thoughts of it. I don't know why. It's just me. So I'm going to close this video. It's getting kind of long, but thank you for watching. If you're new here, thank you for subscribing. Please share with your friends and family if you think they would enjoy watching me. And I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.